નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી.
Standard 10th, Subject Science, Chapter 12, Electricity. Dear students, today we are going to discuss heating effect of electric current. So you know that whenever electric current is passing, the heat will be generated. So you know that whenever battery or a cell is a source of, battery or a cell is a source of electrical energy. The chemical reaction within the cells, you know that the cell contains chemicals within the cell. This chemical reaction generates the potential difference between its two terminals. So this all you learnt in the previous video, the potential difference between the two terminals that sets the electrons in the motion. So what will happen to flow the current through a resistor or a system of resistors connected to the battery. So here what will happen whenever the cell is what you are saying, cell generates when we are passing the current, the chemical reaction takes place, and due to that potential difference will be created at the end of the two terminals. So due to this, the electrons are moving to flow in the resistors or the system of resistors. See, dear students, due to the current, system is working as well as heat is also wasted. So whatever what we don't want, the heat, there it will be wasted. So the question here, the source has to keep expending its energy. See, the source has to keep expending, to spend, then where this energy goes. So, a part of the source of energy in maintaining the current may be consumed into the useful work. See, some part of energy will be consumed and some of the parts of the energy will be wasted. See, for example, here, some part of the energy will be using in rotating the blades of the electric fan. Suppose when you are, when you are running the fan, some energy will be using in here, rotating the blades of the electric fan. So rest of the source of the energy may be expended. Expended means may be wasted or exhausted in the heat to raise the temperature of the gadget. Gadget means here device, to raise the temperature of the device. So we often observe this in our day-to-day life also. For example, an electric fan becomes warm if it is used continuously for a longer time. So here we don't want heat, but even though heat is generated, that will be waste. On the other hand, if the electric current circuit is purely resistive, try to understand. If the electric current is purely resistive, that is a configuration of resistors only connected to the battery. The source energy continually gets dissipated. The wasted, dissipated means the source will be dissipated entirely in the form of heat. So here, heat will be wasted. So this is known as, what you are saying, heating effect of electric current. Okay. See, this is called as heating effect of electric current. So this effect is utilized in our daily devices like electric heater, electric toaster, electric iron. So these are all what? On the basis of the heating effect only. These are all working on the basis of heating effect. Now some mathematical calculations. Consider a current I flowing through a resistor. Try to understand. Consider current I is for current, flowing through the resistors of a resistance R. Let the potential difference across it will be V. The potential difference will be V. And let T be the time during which a charge Q flows across the wire. The work done in moving the charge Q is equal to See, the work done in moving the charge Q through a potential difference P is equal to, see here given, V is equal to VQ. Potential difference V is equal to VQ is given. Okay, so you know that this type of formula you have done. Whatever the work done is equal to W is equal to VQ you have learned. So therefore, the source must supply energy equal to the VQ in the time t. VQ in the time t. See, VQ means, so this one, the time t you have to calculate. So what will happen here, dear students? So you know that earlier you learned potential difference. Your formula you learned, V is equal to W upon Q. V is equal to W upon Q. Okay. So here work done is equal to what will happen? VQ. That is given in the textbook also. So you know that when power is also given, hence the power input the circuit by the source is. So power is equal to W upon T. Work done upon per unit time. So here, so that is why P is equal to VQ upon T. So what will happen? W value is VQ upon T. So then you know that this formula also you learned, I is equal to Q upon T. This also you have done. So that is why here Q upon T means, so what you have to do? Q upon T, I you have to put. So that is why P is equal to VI. So in this way, you got the formula as P is equal to VI. Or the energy supplied to the circuit by the source of the time is P multiplied by T. See here P multiplied by the T. And that is PIT. So P multiplied by T. Here P you have to multiply T. And then here V also multiplied by T. So that you got it. PT is equal to VIT. So what happens to this energy expended by the source? So this energy gets dissipated. Dissipated means what? Wasted in the resistors as a heat. Thus, for steady current, I is equal to the amount of heat H produced in the time T is, see, the amount of heat H produced in the time T is VIT. So here one more important formula you learned. So H is equal to VIT. Okay, now applying the Ohm's law here. So what is the Ohm's law says? This is known as joules. So here whatever this is there, H will be there VIT for the H, IR and IT. So you know that VI, see here, what you have to remember, V is equal to IR, you learned, V is equal to IR. So that is why here V will be there, H is equal to IR and IT. So that is why H is equal to I square RT. So this is the Ohm's law. So what is Ohm's law says that the law implies that heat produced in a resistor is directly proportional to the square of the current for a given resistance. See, heat produced to the, see first one, this one what Joule's law says that the law implies that heat produced in the what resistor is directly proportional or directly proportional to the square of the current for a given resistance. So heat is proportional to, directly proportional to the current. Okay, this is one. And second one, this is also heat is directly proportional to the resistance of the given current. So heat is proportional to the resistor also. And the third one is directly proportional to the time also. So heat is directly proportional to the time. So this is the very important law, dear students. Joule's law is a very important law. Okay, this in practical situations, when an electric appliance is connected to a non-voltage source, this equation, with which equation? H is equal to I square upon I square RT. This one is used after the current, calculating the current through it. Right? Okay, using the relationship between I is equal to V by R. So this is about heating effect of electric current. Now we'll study the practical application of heating effect of electric current. So you know that generation of heat, generation means what? Heat will be producing, generation of heat in a conductor is inevitable. Inevitable means what? Impossible to avoid. Heat will be producing whatever you do. Consequences of electric current. In many cases, it is undesirable as it converts useful electrical energy into heat. So in many cases, it is undesirable even though heat will be producing. In electric circuits, the unavoidable heating can increase the temperature of the components and alter their properties. So what will be a problem will be there? There will be heat will be increasing and alter the component properties also. However, heat effect of electric current has many useful applications also. At the same time, the heat produced is somewhere it will be useful. Many useful applications also will be there. The electric, for example, is the electric laundry iron, where the iron you are using for ironing, electric toaster, electric oven, electric kettle, and electric heater are some of the familiar devices based on this is working on Joule heating. Okay, so you know that here when the heat, if what will happen, heat effect becomes more when the heat H will be there. See, the heat is depends upon HRT. See, this heat depends upon the IRT, IRT. Okay, this whenever resistance will be the more, then will be heat also will be more. Whenever I will be that more and the heat also will be produced as more. When you are going for time increasing also the heat becomes more. Okay. The electric heating is also used to produce the light. So where is the electric is used? The electric heating is used to produce the light as in the electric bulb. Here the filament must retain means what? Keep its position. Filament must retain as much of the heat generated as is possible so that it gets very hot, filament gets very hot and emits the light and it emit glowing. So it must not melt, but it should not melt. As such as whenever high temperature comes, it should not melt. So a strong metal with high melting point such as tungsten, see written here, a strong metal with high melting point such as tungsten's melting point will be 3380 degrees Celsius and is used for making bulb filaments. So what do you know that filaments in the bulbs? So like this structure, so bulb filaments they are using. Okay, tungsten, remember that also. The filament should be thermally isolated. See, here is there, the filament should be thermally isolated, isolated. What as much as possible using the insulating support. The bulbs are usually filled with chemically inactive nitrogen or argon gases. Here, nitrogen or argon gases inactive to prolong, to continue the life of the filament. So most of the power consumed by the filament appears as heat. So most of the filament, what will happen? Consumed by the filament appears as a heat, but a small part of it is in the form of light radiated. But the small form of it is what? In the form of the light, it is radiated. It emits. So another common applications of Joule heating is the fuse, whatever the fuse we are using in the electric circuits. So this one, it protects the circuits and appliances by stopping the flow of, flow of any unduly highly electric current. See, whenever the fuse will be melting, whenever the more temperature comes, so what will happen? The fuse, melts. Okay, the fuse is placed, suppose the fuse is placed with the series with the device. It consists of a piece of wire made of the metal or an alloy of appropriate melting point. For example, will be here given aluminum, copper, iron, lead. So these are all using for making. If a current larger than the specified value, here while they are going for fuse construction, they will keep the specific value. If the current larger than the specific value flows through the circuit, the temperature of the fuse wire increases. Fuse wire will be increases. So this melts the fuse wire and breaks the circuit So the device will be what you are saying, the safe one. The fuse wire is usually encased at a cartridge of porcelain or similar material with the metal ends will be there. The fuse used for domestic purposes are rated as 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 5 ampere, 10 ampere, so etc. Okay. For an electric iron, see, for example, electric iron box will be there. It consumes 1 kW. See, 1 kW means kilowatt, W is where kilowatt power will be using. Okay. So 1 kW watt electric power when operated with the 220 volt, a current is here given 1000 upon 220 is given. 1000 upon 220. So why? Because you know that 1 kW is equal to 1000 watt. And volt will be V is equal to how much? 220 volt. Is 220 volt is given here. So that is why if we are putting, you know that I is equal to how much? P is equal to VI, or here I is equal to P upon V. So like this formula you can use it. P is equal to what you can use? Power is equal to VI, you can use this formula. And here you have to find the I. So that is why I is equal to P upon V. Then put the value of 1000 upon 220. So then you will get the value of 4.54. See, 1000 upon 220. So what the answer will get? 4.54. 4.54 ampere you will get. So will flow in the circuit. So in this case, suppose this much is ampere will be flowing means, so in this case, a 5 ampere fuse must be used. So in such a way only the fuse will be made of. Okay, this is the practical applications of the heating effect of electric current. So what are the ideas, students? See, just you have to go through it. All this, what we have discussed, the heating effect of electric current. Here also some of calculation part which will be there for understanding important formulas. And here also practical applications of heating effect of electric current. This is also so important one. Okay, so all things you have to go through it, and we'll meet in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you for joining us.